You guys like my shirt? After 20 years and 4 Fantastic Four movies, if you don't count that one that never came out, every other attempt never hit. Finally, we get a good Fantastic Four movie. Hell, I'd go so far as to say this movie is fantastic.
Say that again?
It's actually fantastic.
Say that again?
Fantastic movie.
Say that again?
Fantastic actors.
Say that again?
Fantastic direction.
Say that again?
I really like this one. Fantastic Four was a movie that I was super excited for, so when I finally got the privilege to go and see that movie, I was kind of surprised how different it was from literally every other Marvel movie. It's not even in the same universe as the other movies. This is as standalone as Marvel movies get. And although it can be exciting to see how all these movies connect, for me, I was more excited to see one of these movies that could just kind of stand on its own. The movie nails the main thing.
My granny called, she said, Travis, you work too hard, don't worry, you forget about me.
That it needed to do. This group of people actually feel like a family. Let's not forget that the Fantastic Four have always been Marvel's first family. So to see them in this movie have dinners, they bicker, they love each other, and they would sacrifice their lives for one another, I don't think we can get a better family dynamic than the one showed here. And honestly, it's surprising for me to say this, but my favorite character was Johnny Storm. I think they balanced the jackassness and the playboy really well and actually gave him a lot to do, and he's not just considered the idiot on the team, like he's just as important as any other character. I mean, his haircut's kind of chopped, but I guess that makes sense for the setting.
I'll be crying if I look like that too, bro. That's fucked up what they be doing to y'all. I ain't even gonna hold you, bro. I be saying that's fucked up, like, bro, you probably had the full washing set. Your shit be fire probably if they ain't cut your shit. Fuck it though, bro. It's your life.
I think Sue Storm is also perfectly adapted. Sue Storm in the comics was always the mother of the team. She was the she was the glue, not the gyat. She was the glue. The one, she brought everyone together, and it really feels like the writers understood that, and they wanted to show that in this movie. Hell, Sue is probably the closest thing we get to a main character, and hey, I don't mind, because I think she's probably one of the better written of the 4 main characters. And I think Vanessa Kirby puts on a great performance. Honestly, I was kind of surprised how amazing her American accent was, given that, all I've seen her in, she's been just normal British Vanessa Kirby. I think when you take like a British person, or pretty much anyone with a different accent, and you tell them, hey, do this accent instead, you either get something really good, and I think, for example, like Tom Holland, or you can get a Vanessa Kirby, or you get something really bad.
Our life, Alice, our life together. This, we could lose this.
Oh, true or lie? This game has gone on long enough. Shit.
Are you doing an accent?
Yeah, I was doing a British accent. It was a British accent. That was British? Yeah, I had it so good in my head.
Anyways, Pedro Pascal was really good at playing young Sheldon. The thing with Reed is that I gotta explain that these characters have been written by so many other people in the comics. So I don't really mind when a character is kind of different from what they are in the comics, because there are so many different versions of the Fantastic Four. I think Mr. Fantastic just doesn't get enough to do in the movie, especially power-wise. He barely did any stretchy things. Pedro Pascal plays him very well. I think he understands the character. I don't think they let him go as hard as he probably could have. I think I would have liked more of a different voice to him that suited, the setting the 60s setting they were in, but Pedro does a decent job. I think there is room for them to expand on that character and, bring in more ideas and, hopefully help him use his powers more, because he really didn't get to use them much in the movie. If you were hoping for big stretchy things, you're going to be disappointed. If you like Lego Marvel superheroes and you wanted him to turn into a teapot, you're going to be really disappointed. He doesn't do that.
They stole it from me, Carmine! They took it! That was today! Today!
Then there is the Thing. Ben Grimm is one of my favorite characters out of the whole team in the comics. I just love a big guy who's super nice, he loves his family, he says cool catchphrases, so it hurts to say that it didn't really feel like he clobbered this time. I think Eben Moss-Bachrach gives a really good performance, and his voice is so good to the point that That's kind of all I hear when I read the comics now. But Ben isn't really given a lot to do. It's kind of like what we have with Reed Richards. You see, he has good scenes, but none of them really hit the same as the amazing scenes that characters like Sue or Johnny have. There's a lot of great stuff here, but I really don't think they were able to explore it as much as they should have. I love seeing his Jewish heritage on display, but it really only licked the tip. I think it should have gone deeper and swallowed the whole thing.
Oh my God, bro. Oh, hell no, man. What the fuck, man? Get your ass on.
The characters, they're all good. They're portrayed really well. Could some of them have been explored more? Definitely. But in the end, they feel like the Fantastic Four, and I think that's probably a good thing because that's title of the movie. Now, I want to talk about Galactus because Galactus is one of the coolest villains that I think Marvel has ever done since Thanos, maybe? He might be cooler than Thanos, actually. When he shows up, the movie changes tone so hard that the movie just feels so much more serious, and it feels scary when they see what Galactus is capable of. And when he does come to Earth, I really thought they were all fucked. Like, it was the most intense final acts I've seen in a Marvel movie in a while. Why do I keep saying that? Like, every time I review a Marvel movie, I'm like, oh, this is the first time I've seen this in a while. Like, maybe it's just because Marvel's been so fucking boring recently that whenever I'm giving something good, I goon all over it. Get back on track. The second act is, I think, the best part of the movie. With a threat like Galactus, world-ending stuff, I thoroughly enjoyed how they just weren't cracking jokes the whole time. Like, the characters take this shit super fucking seriously, guys. And the whole world feels like it's going to end because of it. I think that's where Ben's character had some really cool perspective, being the guy who knows everyone on the street and walking down it when everything has gone to shit, and seeing how the threat of Galactus is affecting the world. It really helps the audience get a perspective for everything. I think I really like when Ben is just like the guy that, everyone knows and everyone likes, and he's super nice, and he walks down the street, they all call his name, he knows everybody by name, and that movie really hit that with this version of Ben Grimm. There's just more things I think they should have explored, but I get it, 4 characters at once, it can be hard to give everyone their moment, but I think Ben kind of was done a little bit disrespect. Maybe he'll get a little more action in a future movie, I hope. But that's just my take. I also think that the setting is perfect. I thought it was amazing. The retro futuristic aesthetic works so well, and it really helps this movie feel like a classic Fantastic Four story. Honestly, I love seeing all the cool designs and sets that it made me sad that after Doomsday, they're just gonna put these characters in like the normal ass MCU. The setting was a nice change of pace for Marvel, and it helps stand out against the rest of the comic book movies coming out nowadays. So it sucks that like after this, we're probably just gonna get a normal ass MCU version of these characters. Anyways, and I don't think I could talk about this movie without talking about the music. Michael Giacchino, he rarely misses, guys. He does not miss, okay? My man makes bangers. He knew what to do with Fantastic Four. They let him cook with this one, and knowing that he also did The Incredibles, I kind of figured that he was going to have no issue giving the Fantastic Four a theme that would be recognized worldwide. It's honestly up there with like the superhero themes of like the Avengers or Superman or Batman. Perfect score, couldn't think of a guy better to do it. He cooks so hard. Now, it's time to get to the big problem this movie has. Anyone who watched the trailers would know what this problem is. The movie straight up is missing scenes. There is a lot cut out of this movie, and I'm gonna go on a hunch and say it was Mr. I Wear Hats Feige who edited the fuck out of this movie, because the editing sucks here so much. Editing is really important, and not many people think of that. This movie has scenes where the characters are wearing one outfit in one scene, and they wear the same outfit in another, and it doesn't help the audience understand the passage of time. Like, it's hard to tell how much time passes when the third act starts to ramp up, and the editing is the main reason why that is. As someone who edits their own videos, I know how important editing is. You have to make sure you don't edit in any for fuck's sakes. You have to make sure you don't edit in any mistakes, and you have to edit out all the stuff that happens in between takes. Stretch my fucking back, bitch. Damn, I'm cramped. But the good thing is that this is really the only big problem I had with the movie. Other than that, I think it's really good. I really liked it. Could it have been better? Definitely. They definitely cut way too much out of this. I would have taken an extra 20 minutes. Hell, I think it would have been better with more scenes. But I understand they probably wanted to take it really safe because Marvel needed the Fantastic Four to succeed. Because if this failed, then Doomsday would have been doomed. I'm excited to see more of these characters. Hell, this movie successfully made me excited for Doomsday. And I couldn't say that before this movie came out. Because Robert Downey Jr. really, that's where we're going with this. It really screams desperation. And trust me, I know desperation. In the end, I just really like this movie. I like that I finally got a good movie that shows general audiences how cool the Fantastic Four are. It's a great story about parenthood, family, and coming together in an effort to defeat your foes. It is the perfect Fantastic Four movie. And Matt Shankman deserves a lot of love for how well he nailed just everything. His direction and his style make this movie stand out, and I can't wait to see what he does next. So I think I'm going to end it, and I will give Marvel's Fantastic Four First Steps an 8.5 out of 10. It's nice that we're actually getting like good comic book movies again. Movies that feel bright and colorful and happy and not like dark and gloomy pieces of shit or dumbass Marvel movies that make stupid ass jokes every time a character does anything. Yes, we definitely like crossovers, but can you do a little more to make your movies feel like they can stand on their own? I don't know. I've made videos about how Marvel is like doomed or rather failing or whatever. But maybe they're back. Maybe they are back right now. Maybe, as my boy Troy Bolton would say, this is the start of something new. Anyways, guys, please think of subscribing and then do it. As of filming this, we are only 2 subscribers away from 600. That's fucking crazy. If we reach 600, I will make some pancakes on stream. I don't know. That's just an excuse for my fat ass to eat pancakes, probably, honestly. And remember to stay safe, stay healthy, and stay sexy. Okay, guys. Bye.